This is your news source evening bulletin for today, Tuesday, the 17th day of July in the year 2018. Here's what we're tracking tonight. 3 days after that early morning drug bust of a fishing boat at Monrepo, one of the suspects has been charged and remanded to jail. At the Sparendam Magistrates Court this morning, 50-year-old furniture maker Azim Bashk was charged with the possession of over 200 pounds of cocaine and over 100 pounds of marijuana for the purpose of trafficking. The accused stood before Magistrate Alicia George and denied the allegation made against him. The charge stated that on the 14th of July at Monrepo, Baksh had a large quantity of cocaine and marijuana in his possession for the purpose of trafficking. His attorney Bernardo Santos, in a passionate application for bail, stated that his client was never found with the drugs, but he was on the boat at the wharf when the raid was conducted. The attorney also claimed that his client was forced to kneel with his hands in the air and forced to admit ownership of the drugs. But the counter-prosecutor objected to bail, explaining to the court that the man had been one of the subjects of a surveillance exercise and was spotted in the same boat with the illegal drugs as the boat came to shore at Monrepo. The captain of the boat reportedly escaped before condo agents reached the boat. A wanted bulletin has since been issued for his arrest. Based on the statements, the magistrate refused bail and remanded Baksh to jail until the 10th of August, when the case will come up again. More news in a moment.
Guyana, if Uncapped Marketplace in Georgetown exceeded all your expectations, then prepare to be amazed even further as GMSA's Uncapped moves to the west coast of Demerara, giving you another chance to taste and savor more agro-processed foods. Yes, come out and experience the creativity of those on the west side at the Uncapped Marketplace and Food Festival, happening on Saturday, July 28th from 10 hours at the National Track and Field Center, Lenora, West Coast, Demerara. So bring out your family for an entire day of food, games, giveaways, and lots of fun. The admission is free, so don't miss it.
Welcome back, and we return to the courts, where 30-year-old Campbellville resident Orlando Douglas was this afternoon charged and remanded to jail for the murders of Pandit Omakar Laila and his son Theonarine. The accused was not required to enter a plea to the indictable double murder charge. The courtroom of the chief magistrate was told that between the 7th and 10th of July at Craig Street, Campbellville, Douglas stabbed the two men to death in their home. An attorney representing the accused told the court that his client was never linked to the murders, so he's at a loss over the charges. He claimed that his client was picked up while at the scene looking at the removal of the bodies. But the police prosecutor told the court that the accused was arrested after an ID parade, and he was found with the phone of one of the victims. The magistrate remanded the man to prison, as the court was also informed that the investigation into the double murder is ongoing. The father and son were found stabbed to death in their home after an alarm was raised by a tenant who complained about a stench coming from the upper flat of the house. Investigators visited the scene and found the decomposing bodies of the men. It is suspected that the two were murdered 2 days before. There was no forced entry into the premises. The case will come up again at the end of this month. Let's tell you now that the government of Guyana has announced that it has put a special team in place that is addressing the influx of Venezuelans in bordering communities who are seeking assistance as the economic turmoil continues in the neighboring state. In a statement last evening, it was announced that the heads of several government agencies will be meeting over a period of time to strategically address the issue. Representatives from the Ministries of Public Health, Social Protection, Communities and Citizenship, along with the Guyana Police Force and the Civil Defense Commission, are part of a newly formed board that is looking at the issue. Minister of Citizenship Winston Felix is heading that board. The group is expected to prepare a coordinated effort to give structure to the government's response to the situation. According to Minister of Citizenship Winston Felix, the administration will be reinforcing the Immigration Department in Region 1 to deal with the irregular arrival of Venezuelans into the country. However, the government said it is working to facilitate the refugees. Recently, much-needed supplies including medicine, food and camping equipment were sent to villages near the border shared with Venezuela. A delegation from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the Ministry of Citizenship has returned from the border town of Puerto Ordaz in Venezuela. The team conducted an assessment to ascertain the effectiveness of the government's response to the current situation. Just last week, the regional chairman in Region 1 complained about the large number of Venezuelans coming over into his region and putting a strain on resources there. In the world of politics, it was nomination day at the People's National Congress Reform headquarters in Sophia as the party gears up for its biennial Congress, which takes place in mid-August. Party Chairman Basil Williams, Walter Lawrence, and Joe Harmon are the three frontrunners for the position of Party Chairman. All three currently serve as government ministers in the coalition government. The three have been traveling across the country to whip up support from party groups as they contest the key position. The chairman of the party is second only to the party leader. General Secretary Amna Ali said all positions are important.
Well, the chairman is a chairman, and all positions are important, Gordon. Whether it's the position of the leader, the chairman, the vice chairman, or executive member, because we make decisions based on the Constitution and as a body. There is no need to single out a particular position. Whatever is the motivation, so be it. But all the positions are important because, like I said, we make our decisions as a collective.
For the post of vice chairperson, several nominations have been received, including from party members who live overseas, and many more nominations have been received for the other executive positions. At the media press conference, Ms. Ali explained that any party member could be nominated for any position as long as they are fit and proper.
Let me say this, we welcome new faces, we welcome younger faces, anybody. We don't have a barriers to whether, we want old and experienced people or young and new. Once you're a member of the party, you're qualified.
The General Secretary said the full list of nominees should be known and will be made available to the press by tomorrow. President David Granger is the leader of the People's National Congress, but there is no challenge to his position. And that's your News Source Evening Bulletin for tonight. Gordon Mosley reporting.